stream. Welcome to our live, everybody. How are you guys doing? Brandon, I just passed my North Carolina national and state exam. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that you're the reason I passed. Oh, you're awesome. Watching all your videos has done wonders for me. Thank you so much, Brandon. Congratulations on passing your exam. That is great news, and thank you so much for your kind words. That is the sweetest thing. Well, good luck to you in your real estate endeavors, and keep us posted as to all your successes. Thank you, thank you. Well, all right, guys. So you heard it from some complete stranger. Welcome to our live. Remember, we go live these days and times right here on YouTube. So if you are ready for your exam, this is the place to be when you are studying. So it is Eastern time zone, these times, so make a note of that. And also, if you are TikTok, you can watch us these days and times as well there. So I am in Florida, but what we do here is good for all states. This is good for all states. I gotta remind you all, every state, no matter what state you're in. So hello, Fiona. Thank you. All right, guys, let's get started. Don't forget to sign up for my math cram course. It is going to be Saturday, June 22nd from 12 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys are still struggling with the math or just want to perfect your math skills, because sometimes it could be the reason where you pass or fail, and you can sign up for my math cram. It is only $67. The link is in the description box below. Hunter Terry, good luck on your exam tomorrow. Let us know how you do. Hi, Nidia. Hi, Nita. Sorry. Hi, Nita. Oh no, Juliet, you failed again. Missed by 3 questions. That is horrible. That is so frustrating. Not horrible. Frustrating would be a better adjective to say. But yes, I am so sorry. I think you need to get back in there as soon as possible. All right, Maximus, I just started watching your videos. You are the best. Thank you. That is so sweet. I appreciate that. We'll get back in there, Juliet, as soon as possible. Find out where you scored the lowest. Study that section really, really well. And, get back in there. Don't give up. All right, failed my national and state for the second time by 1 point. That is so frustrating. I would definitely get back in there again. Yes, so definitely don't change your answers. That's where I went wrong. All right, so I know I did mine for 5. I had to take my broker test 5 times because I kept changing answers like a silly person. And I finally passed after the 5th time. So you guys can do it too. It's okay. Get back in there. All right? So if you want to sign up for my cram course, the link is in the bio. So make sure to sign up. It'll be a good time. All right, let's get started for our first question today. Hate it beyond frustrated and disappointed. Feel like giving up. No, don't give up. Get back in there. Stay strong. Stay strong. You got this. So, hi, Ludmila. I hope I didn't kill that. Good luck to you on your exam tomorrow. All right, let's look at this question. It says, Mike's lot is pictured below. He wanted to calculate the area of his new property. What is the total area of his new property? All right, so for these, we have 2 different figures. We have a triangle and we have a rectangle. We have 2 different area formulas for this. Remember, for the area formula for a rectangle or square is base times height or length times width. Whichever one you want to use. I always use base times height because for triangle, it is basically base times height divided by 2. Why is it divided by 2? Because if you got this rectangle right here and I cut it in half, divided it by 2, look at, there would be a triangle there. Okay? So that way you guys understand the difference. So let's find out what the area is for this here, for the rectangle. So we're going to say area for the rectangle, excuse me, is 86 feet times 6 feet. That's the height. So the total area of the rectangle is going to equal 516 square feet. So this is going to equal 516 square feet. Now let's do the area of the triangle. So area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So we're going to take the area of the triangle, which is the base is 10, times the height, which is 6, divided by 2. 10 times 6 is 60, divided by 2, we get 30 square feet. So this is now 30 square feet. So now all we have to do is add these two figures. So 516 plus 30 is going to give us 546 square feet. So the answer here is D. All right. Good job, you guys. Yes. Thank you, Brandon. That's really sweet. All right. So if you have questions, let me know. I know that I got a question like this on my exam, but I did take it a few years ago. So yeah, I can't really base my testing with what is on there now. Mine was about 6-7 years ago. So yeah. All right. So if you have questions, drop them in the chat. This is stuff that we will be going over during the math cram. Something like this, similar. So that way, if you're still confused on these, you can definitely check it out. All right, next up, number 2 says, a single agent broker receives an offer on a listed property at the seller's price and terms. Before informing the seller, the broker receives a higher offer. The broker submitted only the first offer, and the seller, his principal, accepted it. The broker, A, has violated his fiduciary duty to the principal. B, is guilty of conversion. C, has fulfilled his duty to the seller because the offer was for the seller's full price and terms. Or D, is not required to submit the second offer. What do you guys think the answer is to this one? Let me know in the chat what you guys think. So we have a broker that received an offer, and then before letting the seller know, he received another offer, but then only showed that offer to the seller. So that so far doesn't sound good, right? Because we have to show all offers, right? All offers is what we need to present to the seller, whether they're verbal or written. So in this circumstance, I would say that the broker has definitely violated his fiduciary duty to the principal. So the answer here would be A. Good job, you guys. Yes. So remember that conversion is when the broker doesn't pay your commission, right? That's what that is. So that has nothing to do with this. And here has fulfilled his duty to the seller. He has not, because he did not inform the seller of the first offer. Okay? And we all know that D is not the answer because we have to submit all offers. Good job, you guys. All right, number 3. A property has operating expenses in the amount of $17,220 and a gross income of $66,420. What is the rate of capitalization with a market value of $515,000? All right, guys, we're in a no cap zone. Whenever you see that, you know that we have to look for, because we're in no cap here. What does that mean? That means we're looking for the net operating income, which is going to give us for cap rate. Okay? So here what they're doing is they're giving us operating expenses and a gross income, but we need net income. So what do you think we're going to do here? we're going to have to find the net income, because if we're talking about capitalization, which it says right here, rate of capitalization, okay, we got to find the net operating income. So what we're going to do is we're just going to subtract these two. You're going to take the gross pay, which is $66,420, and subtract $17,220. When we do that, we get $49,200. That is now our net operating income. So now what I could do is I could take out the T chart, release the T. Let's put it over here. And since we have that, it's asking what is the rate of capitalization? They want to know this. This is what they're looking for. So we have a net operating income now of $49,200 and a market value of $515,000. So $515,000 a year. So now it's just divide. So we're going to go $49,200 divided by $515,000. That is going to leave us with 0.095. Okay? So remember, we still have to find the percent. We're not done yet. Since we're outside of the T chart, now we just have to multiply by 100. And that's going to give us 9.5%. But now I look at my answers and I'm like, okay, it can't be this one because we just converted it to a percent and it's 9.5. Can't be this one either. It's definitely not this one. So I guess 9.5% can round up to 10% because this is 5 or more and you could round that up 1. So the answer here is A. All right? Yeah. Hopefully that helps you guys understand. So the one thing I want you to remember is that when you are given questions based on rate of capitalization or capitalization rate, I want you to remember net operating income is what we need for the part. And then obviously this is market value. And then this is percent. So you don't really have to remember much more. You just have to remember you need to find the net income, which is what is the take-home pay. Okay? So if gross is what you're starting with, and then these are your expenses like health insurance, federal income taxes, state income taxes, then this is going to be your net income. Okay? That's how it works. Let me know if you guys have any questions. All right, moving along. All right, number 4. If interest at 9% for 4 months equals $126, what is the principal amount? All right, let me know if you guys can handle this one. Drop it in the chat if you guys got it, if you get the answer. Give me 1 second. I gotta go get my phone charger because my phone's at like 5%. Oops, sorry. All right, let's work on this one. There we go. I just look up and I was like, oh my God, I'm at 5% battery. That is not gonna last. So here we go. Here we see that we have an interest of 9%. That's also considered a rate. 4 months is time. And it says if interest equals, so this is my interest amount. And they want to know principal, which is P. So with all these letters going around, I know I'm going to use the simple interest formula, which is I equals P times R times T. Now remember, time is always based in years, but here we're given months. So we're going to have to convert that to years. Okay, so start thinking about that now, because that's how it, it's going to get a little cuckoo here. So let's plug in what we got from the formula, excuse me. Interest is $126. So we're going to put $126 here. Principal is what we're looking for. So I'm just going to leave it as P. Rate is 9%. So let's convert 9% to a decimal. So we take 9, divide by 100, and that equals 0.09. So I'm going to put 0.09 here. Now time, we're talking 4 months. But remember, we need it in years. So 4 months out of 12 months. Now we are talking years here. But what I can do is I can put that here, 4 over 12. But that kind of is a little crazy, right? This this fraction here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce this. So remember, if you reduce or simplify this fraction, you got to divide the top and the bottom by the same number. So I'm going to divide it by 4. So let me just rewrite this. So if I have 4 over 12, and I divide the top by 4 and the bottom by 4, 4 divided by 4 is 1, 12 divided by 4 is 3. So this is going to be 1 over 3. So just like we do when it's 1 over 12, when we are given 1 month, okay, we can just divide by 3 here. So we're going to take $126 equals P times 0.09 divided by 3. Okay, because you have a 1 here. You can do divided by 3 because you have a 1 there. Okay? Now, I'm going to just divide these. Because 3, 9, those are multiples, right? So 126 equals P times 0.03. So I just divided this. And now all I have to do is divide by this to both sides. So $126 over 0.03 is going to leave me a principal amount of $4,200. So that's principal. So the answer here is C. Okay? Frank, hi Maggie, I booked a one-on-one with you June 23rd. Awesome. Thank you. Very good. I look forward to meeting with you and working with you. All right, so let me know if you guys have questions on that one. That one's a little tricky. Can you guys see me, hear me? Everything okay? We're not going to black here. I feel like I'm working with my TV station again. Don't go to black. Oh, no. All right, so let me know if you guys have questions, comments, concerns. So that way, you know. All right, number 5. Taxes for the year were $3,556. Closing is set for May 16, and the buyer has agreed to be responsible for all charges on the day of closing. Using the 360-day method, how would this proration appear on the closing statement? All right, so make sure, do we know if it's dam or dams? Are we doing dam or dams here? So we have a tax proration. Are we doing dam or dams? Remember, those are our two methods. Rainbow Cat, how long do you need to show income for a bank to consider it in calculating a mortgage? It's usually 2 years. 2 years of income at the same place or similar line of business. Okay, so here we have taxes. Remember, tax is 3 letters and it's a yearly amount. So if tax is 3 letters, we're going to be using the dam method. All right, so we're not using dams. So let's talk about this. This is a 3-step process that we're going to use to solve for tax proration. So that's divide, add, and multiply. That's it. So the first step is to divide. So we're going to take the amount of taxes and divide it by 360 days. And that's going to give us 9.87778. Now we're going to add. That's what A is. Divide, add, multiply. So we're going to add. So we're going to add from January 1 all the way until May 16 is the closing, but the buyer is in charge and responsible for all the charges for closing. So that means we're only counting until May 15. So let's count the days. We got January, February, March, April, and May. And remember, since we're using the 360-day method, that means all months have 30 days in them, even February. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. We're using the 360-day method, so all these months will have 30 days in them. So January will have 30, February 30, March 30, April 30, and then May will only have 15 days. So you add those all up and you're going to end up with 135 days. And now the third step is to multiply. And you just multiply these two things. So it's going to be 9.87778 times and then 135, and that's going to give us $1,333.50. So that is now what we're going to debit the seller and credit the buyer, because that is what the seller owes. So the answer here would be C. Now look, I want you guys to pay attention because we really didn't even have to solve this, because here it says debit seller 13350 and this has a different number. So we could cross that out because they're not the same number. So if we could do that for this one, we could do that for here as well. And then here it says debit buyer, credit seller. Well, we're not thinking about that. That's if we have paid the taxes in advance. Actually, this is what will really be on the closing disclosure as well, but this would be the correct answer. Okay? So this would be the other portion of the taxes that the buyer is responsible for and the seller is not responsible for. So that is what, but we really want C as the answer. Okay? So that is how you work that. All right, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to smash that like button on this live. Make sure to smash the thumbs up for the video so that I see if you guys are enjoying this. All right, here we go. Don't forget about my math cram course. You should sign up. We only have like 3 spots available. So it is Saturday, June 22nd, 12 to 4 p.m. It is going to be live on Zoom. interactive. We're going to have a little math workbook that I'm working on. It looks super cute. And it has math concepts that we're going to go over, like commission, loan to value, discount points, amortization charts, area, proration. I mean, you guys name it. It's going to be there. All right. So make sure to check it out. You can sign up using the description box link in the description box below. It is the first link. So sign up there. And yeah, it should be a good time. All right. Also, if you're interested in my e-workbooks, make sure to check it out. That way you can get $5 off using my promo code VIP5. So VIP5 is the promo code that we're using today, so that way you can get a little discount on it. And this is what the e-workbook looks like. This is volume 1. It is a digital workbook, okay? And it goes over all of these concepts from area to proration. Okay, the link I have in the description box is for the bundle for both of them. So it's a very good resource. So here you have area and perimeter. You have information all about area. It breaks it down into a very easy to read format with examples here for you, with exam practice here for you to try out that concept. So it goes over all of these concepts: commission, property value, loan to value ratio, closing costs, simple interest, which is the I equals PRT formula, which we just did. Proration as well. It comes with a glossary for formulas, the T-chart broken down, and 100 math practice questions similar to what you may see on your exam, ladies and gentlemen, with answers and full description on the explanation. So make sure to check it out if you're interested in this. It is a really good resource. You can print it out. You can work with it in your iPad like I have it right here, and that way you can practice. Okay? So Hunter is asking, what is the difference between dam and dams? Let's discuss that real quick. So when you're talking about the dam method, what that means is you're going to divide, add, and multiply. Those are the 3 steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Now, when do we use these? Well, we use the dam method when we are prorating tax, right? Because 3 letters, or annual amounts. That's it. And then you have the dams method, which is divide, add, multiply, and subtract. And this is for prorating rent. Oh, rent. See, has 4 letters, has 4 letters. Or monthly. Also, if the seller has prepaid. No matter what, monthly or annual. Okay? That is basically it. Super easy. Okay? Writing my broker's exam. Oh, good luck to you, Loretta. For Florida, oh Lord, help us all. Good luck. That took me like 5 tries. Whew. That's a hard test. You're welcome, Hunter. All right, here we go. Number 6. If a lender charges 4.25% interest plus 2 points, what is the approximate yield on the loan? Okay, so we have a keyword here. Yield. Okay, when we have that word, that means there's a certain formula, kind of like points, right? Points, we know 1 point equals 1% of the loan amount. But here we have yield. So remember, that could be shown as lender's yield. So yield is the key word. So when it says yield, you have 1 point is going to equal 1/8% plus the interest rate. You guys, I just had like pasta, so like the cheese is like bringing up the mucus. It's kind of gross. So sorry about that. So let's fill it in. If 1 point equals 1/8% plus interest rate, let's fill it in. We got 2 points here. So 2 points is going to equal 2/8% plus the interest rate. Two over 8% can be reduced, right? 2/8, we simplify it. So just divide by 2 to both top and bottom. And that's going to equal 1/4. So 1/4% plus the interest rate is 4 1/4. Divide this in your calculator and you're going to get 0.25% plus 4.25%. Add them up and you get 4.5%. That's it. So the answer here is B. Nice job, Loretta. All right. So that is how it is done. Whenever you see yield, that should be your cue to use the 1/8% plus the interest rate. That's it. Okay. Okay, good job. Hopefully that helped you guys. Don't forget to leave me questions if you guys have any. Okay, number 7. Robert has a gross annual income of $126,000. What is the maximum amount he can allocate toward total expenses to comply with the 2836 rule? All right, ladies and gentlemen, now you see here it says total expenses, total expenses. So which one are we going to use, the 28% or the 36%? Let me know what you guys think. And in the meantime, I am going to take out the T-chart because we have a percent, because that's what these are, percents. So what are we going to use, 28 or 36? Let me know. No one knows? There must be a delay. Awesome, I'm glad you like the T-chart. All right, so we're seeing 28 in the chat. So remember that 28% is for your mortgage. That's it. The 36% is for your mortgage plus all your other expenses like car payment, student loans, credit card expenses. So since here we're looking for total expenses, I would say to use 36. Okay? So that way you guys remember. So I'm going to put 36% here and convert it. 36 out of 100 is going to equal 0.36. But here it's telling us I have a gross annual income of $126,000. And I need to know for monthly amount. I need to know the monthly amount. So what I got to do is I got to divide this by 12 to find out how much they make monthly. So 126,000 divided by 12. And that is going to give me $10,500. Which, you know what? I'm going to move this over here. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it right here. All right, so that is now their monthly gross income. So that will go here. So now I'm going to take 36% of their monthly gross income. So 10,500 times 0.36 means that, where is it? It's going to be $3,780. That is the max that they can have between mortgage and car insurance, car payment, credit cards, etc. Okay? So if you want to see how much they will allocate towards his mortgage, you could use 28%. So if you were to take 28% of his $10,500 income, monthly income, so let's put it 28%. So 10,500. That was actually the first commission that I ever got, that amount. Times, or for the first house I sold. So basically he can afford $2,940 in a mortgage. That would be his mortgage. No more than that for a mortgage. So if that's how much he has as a mortgage, the max, that means that he could only have $840 worth of bills, like car payment, credit card, per month. Because this plus this is going to equal this. So that's how it breaks down. Okay? So the first number is mortgage and the second number would be the mortgage and expenses. Correct, Hunter. Yes, correct. Yes, yes, yes. All right? So that's how those work. So here, let me show you. All right, so here is a little chart I made. You know me and my charts. So conventional loans, remember, are 28-36%. This is your front end ratio. This is your back end ratio. So front end ratio is your PITI only. Here is PITI plus car payment plus credit card payment plus student loans, all the other loans, all the other things that are pooled in your credit will come out here. So that can only be 36% of your gross monthly income. So remember, it has to be based on gross monthly income. This is just your mortgage amount. So remember, even if you purchase in a HOA or something, they're going to tack on the association here. So that is also a part of your front end ratio. Okay, so please remember, conventional is 28-36. They're even numbers. The government loans like FHA and VA, their qualifying ratios are the odd ones. Whereas VA does not have a front end ratio. So FHA has 31% as their front end, 43% as their back end, and then VA has 41% as their back end only. Okay? So therefore, that way you guys know. Hopefully that helps. All right, number 8. What factors might lead to the transformation of a fixture into personal belongings? Is it A, attachment, B, severalty, C, severance, or D, accretion? What do you guys think here the answer is? So we're transforming a fixture into a personal thing. So how does real property convert to personal property? Okay, so how does that happen? So we're going from, what could we say? A lamp installed I don't know what this is supposed to be, but we're trying to make a light bulb here. I'm horrible at drawing. But imagine this is a lamp. How can this is now a fixture. A ceiling lamp. Right? Say this is the ceiling. The lamp is now attached. How can I get that from being a fixture to personal property? How do I do that? I do that by severance. Taking it out. Severing it. Okay? So attachment would have been if it's personal to fixture. Then we would attach it. Okay? Severance means we're going to cut it here, take it out, and now we're going to be holding our little chandelier in our hands. Okay? Hopefully that helps. Yes. Remove it. That's right. Yeah, you read it wrong. I know, I would have read it wrong too. So that is how you do that, okay? So attachment would be converting a personal property to real property. Severalty means you're the only owner. This is kind of like a fee simple way to hold title, right? So in severalty means you're the sole owner. You are the only owner of the home. So you're a tenancy in severalty. And accretion, well, you guys know that has to do with like erosion and water and whatever. All right, number 9. What clause is typically incorporated into a mortgage to deter a later purchaser from taking on an existing mortgage loan? Is it A, acceleration clause, B, defeasance clause, C, due on sale clause, or D, prepayment penalty clause? So it is just a way to not assume the loan. So which one do you think the answer is here? So we don't, the lender is not allowing a new buyer to assume the loan. So the lender is requiring something, and they have this on the loan. So the answer to this one is, let's see if you guys can get it. All right, we got somebody with an answer in. Very good, Camille. The answer is C, due on sale clause. Okay, so basically it deters a later purchaser from taking on the existing loan. That is due on sale clause. Remember, that is what is an alienation clause. Alienation. So whenever you sell a house and the old people have alienated it, the mortgage is due upon the sale of that home. So that is what that is called. Okay? Now the other ones, like acceleration clause, this would be like if you have a breach with your lender, like you breach the contract with the lender. Okay? So the acceleration clause is applicable when you breach the contract with the lender. Like maybe you haven't paid on time for a certain amount of months, or you changed the names on the title, or you did God knows what to the house. And now the lender is like, what the hell? You didn't tell us. So now we demand all this money up front. That is what it is. Okay? No, the question is not that tricky because it says it deters a later purchaser, so a new buyer, from taking on this mortgage loan. So when you have a house, and in like lien theory states, you have a lien on this home. In title theory states, You don't. You just don't own title. But most of the times, the lender won't let you assume the loan. So here's Mr. Seller. Here's Mr. Buyer. He wants to go and purchase this. If this guy sells, he owes that whole lien up front. That's what due on sale clause is. So that way, this person cannot take over the existing loan. They don't do that anymore. Not for those types of loans. For conventional, basically. Okay? Now, defeasance clause, this is probably the most important clause in any kind of lien. Or, I'm sorry, in any mortgage. This is where you defeated the mortgage. You've paid it off. And now the lender is supposed to send you a letter of satisfaction. Satisfaction of mortgage. Defeasance clause defeats the mortgage. Okay? And a prepayment penalty clause is a penalty, a monetary penalty for paying early. Isn't that crazy? So paying early, you get a penalty. Sorry, I totally did not write that right. So basically, that was very common back in the day. Usually loans don't have that anymore, but it was basically if you had like a 30-year note or loan, note. If you had a 30-year note, and let's say you paid it off on year 28, they would charge you a penalty for paying it early. So, yeah. Usually the loan estimate, or what we call the LE, will tell you if there is a prepayment penalty or not on that loan. Okay? So there you have it. All right. Oh gosh, I guess that said there, but let's do it anyway. It says the local financial institution is offering a loan to value ratio of 75%. If a buyer intends to purchase a property priced at $156,000, what would be the necessary down payment? All right, so this is a really tricky question. We kind of did one like this the other day. So just please be careful when you're mixing. Remember, loan percent goes with loan amount. Down percent goes with down amount. Okay? You can't mix the two. So I like to use my buyer chart. So let's fill it in. We see we have a loan to value ratio of 75%. So I am going to put loan to value ratio here of 75%. Remember, sales price is always 100%. Here it says the buyer intends to purchase the property. It's priced at $156,000. So there's my sales price, $156,000. They want to know what would be the down payment amount, right? We're in dollars. They want to know this here. So the easiest way to do this is to find out what is the down payment percentage. So if this plus this equals 100%, that means that I just have to subtract these two and I will get 25% for my down payment percentage. And now all I have to do is multiply these two and I get my down payment amount. So let's take out the T-chart. And I'm going to put 156,000 here. And 25% in my rate column. Convert that. So 25 over 100 is 0.25. Let's multiply. So $156,000 times 0.25 is going to leave us a down payment of $39,000. So the answer here is D. All right? So that way you guys know. Because here it gave you the loan to value ratio, which would have been $117,000. And then once you got that, you could have just subtracted them and you would have gone 39,000. All right? So that one was tricky. I want you guys to remember you cannot always just use the percent that's given. Sometimes you got to play with it. Use the buyer chart to organize your thoughts. Okay? So this is a chart we would have to use. Loretta, this is a chart that I created. I just created this to help people organize their thoughts. So basically the chart is the down payment amount plus the loan amount is going to end up equaling the sales amount. So basically 25 plus 75 equals 100%. Okay, so here you have the sales price, and then you can now say, okay, sales price times the loan percent is going to give me my loan amount. Sales price times down payment percent is going to give me my down payment amount. And then this amount plus this amount equals that amount. So it's just a way to organize your thoughts. If you don't like it, then don't use it because I don't want it to confuse you, and just stick with the T-chart. Okay? A lot of people would just go 156 times 75% and then subtract the 156 from that answer, and you get 39,000. So if you guys want, let's work that one. Let's do that together. So let me move this up. Let me move this up to, whoa, right here. All right. So let's do it the way that it would be like you guys seeing it there. So let's take out the T-chart. Okay. So you would take, can you guys see that? Yeah. You would put the 156,000 here in the total column. Put 75% here. Convert 75%, just divide by 100, and that's 0.75. So if we take $156,000 times 0.75, we end up with $117,000. And now that is your loan amount. So now let's subtract these. So 156 minus 117. And that is going to give you $39,000. See? So you could do it either way. So just find what method grooves you and just run with it. All right? If you like the T-chart, go for it. I'm proud. That's happy. I'm good. I just know that a lot of people like this one and a lot of people like this. So just trying to cover both bases here. All right? I don't care. I love it all. Love how you explain it different ways. It helps to clarify any doubt left. Thank you. Oh, that's very nice, Andreza. Thank you. Very nice. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. And don't forget to sign up for my math cram. It's going to be this Saturday, June 22nd. So even if you miss it, or you have to come late, or you have to leave early, you will still receive a link to the course. So that way you could view it on your own time. It'll be Saturday, June 22nd, 12 to 4 on Zoom, interactive with practice questions and answers. We're going to have you working these questions. It's not just going to be me talking. And so make sure to come prepared with your your calculators and your pencils and paper and everything ready to rock. So we're going to go over all of these math concepts like area, proration. I mean, you name it. There's so much. I can't even think about it right now. Besides loan to value, discount points, commission, all those important things that you're going to see on the exam. So check it out. Go sign up. The link is in the description box below. We're going to have a good old time hanging out, doing that. Also, if you're interested in the next cram, I've been getting a lot of messages, people asking me about my next cram. My next cram will be, like for the vocab, will be July 13. And the link is already in the description box below. So if you want to start signing up, feel free. It is there. That way you could reserve your spot because that one definitely gets crowded. So here we're still looking for about 3 more people. So make sure to sign up. All right. Don't forget about my e-workbook, Math Skills for Real Estate Success, where you could go at your own pace here, get all this stuff on a digital format. It is going to end up in your junk or spam folder if you purchase it. So if you get it, don't be scared. It is going to be there in your junk or spam folder. But yes, make sure to use our VIP 5 promo code for this today's live right now, VIP 5, and you get $5 off. All right. And my real estate school, Maggie's Real Estate Academy, it is an online school for all of Florida. So if you're looking for a Florida license in real estate, make sure to check it out. All right. And my tutoring. So if you guys are interested in tutoring, I do provide tutoring for math, national concepts, and if you are studying for your Florida exam. So make sure to sign up. The link is in the description box below. I get filled up pretty quickly, so make sure to sign up soon because I'm going to be raising the rates because I'm booked solid every week. So yeah, make sure to sign up. All right, guys. Here's your quote for today. It says, "The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you," which is so true. So then, yeah, your knowledge is yours for yours and yours only, which is a very beautiful thing. All right, so don't ever stop learning. Here is my live schedule on YouTube, Monday through Wednesday at 4 p.m. and Eastern Time, and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And don't forget, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Just Call Maggie. I'm trying to reach 7,500 subscribers. So that would be really awesome if you guys can subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you have, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you and all your kind words. So if anything, feel free to message me. Thank you all so much for being here, for your participation, and for your continued support. I appreciate you all dearly. Have a lovely, lovely day. Happy studying. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow at a las 11 a.m. Have a lovely, lovely evening and see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.